Anybody? Functions? Kendall, you got something under function? Kendall, yes. Function, conjunction, junction, I thought you said it already. Holly?
All right, a math rule that identifies the relationship between two sets of numbers.
Okay, it's a math rule, and I believe, I drew the function machine. Did you draw a little function machine?
Yes.
Perfect.
And graph.
Yes. So, let's draw this again, because the book actually said a good thing. This is your input numbers, and then there's some sort of an equation or some sort of change, and then comes out this little thing here, some sort of output number. Okay. Okay, the input number, get a different color here. Okay, let's just say I have this equation. Y equals 3x plus 2. Okay, the input number, children, just get this down. Input number is always called the domain number. I don't remember if we talked about that or not. Okay, usually when you're given this sort of an equation, the input number is the x number. Usually it's the x number. And that's where a lot of times we start off drawing a table. And you get to pick whatever input numbers. Let's say you pick 2 as your input number. You stick the number 2. I'm going to try it. Eventually I'm going to get here. You stick the number 2 inside your little function machine, and inside the little function machine, it goes through this little process here. It goes 3 times 2, because that's what I stuck in there. Actually, I should do it like this. 3 times 2. It goes here. Here's the magic of the board. Let's go back up here, sorry. The 2 started up here, it gets dropped in the spot where the letter X is. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. And that's what ends up coming out. I can't do it like that. For the output. To which you're going to say, so what? Somebody say so what.
So what?
What do you mean, so what? That's the real thing. And the output number is the Y number. And guess what the output number is also called? Did we talk about this before? This is called the range. I didn't make those numbers or those words up, that's just the way it goes there. Now the book makes a good analogy or comparison to that. Okay? The book puts this all together and says it's just like when you go in the store and you buy something, and that something has that UPC code thing on it. Okay, that's the exact same this is. You put the UPC code in, it goes through the little machine and it spits out how much the price is. Okay, something spit out there. Because there's a rule, write this rule down here. In order for something to be a function, I can't remember if we talked about this, did we talk about this? To be a function, every input number must have just one output number. Did we talk about that? I think we did. And here is why I think that's a great analogy that the books put in there. When you go into a store and you buy whatever it is, what do you guys buy in stores anymore?
Yes.
Alright, Morgan goes in and buys Cheez-Its, or do you go? Ashley goes in and buys a Cheez-It. When Ashley goes in and buys that Cheez-It, it scans that UPC code, okay? It doesn't have the choice to give you 2 different prices for it. Okay, those Cheez-Its are always going to be $3.29 or whatever. on that day. Obviously, they might give you a sale or something like that. Okay? But, Charlie, don't worry about that. Just focus on this. Einstein will be okay. Okay? But, okay, people get that mixed up because you can have two different input things give you the same output number. In other words, when you go into a store, you can have two UPC code symbols give you the same price because two objects, you could have the Cheez-Its could be the same price as these fruit snacks. Okay? You can have two different inputs give you the same output, but never, never, never are you allowed to have one input give you two different outputs. Because when you go into a store and scan that UPC thing, the guy at the register can't say, well, you can either pay $2.50 or $3.80. No.
Yeah.
$2.
Okay.
I stick with
So
$2.
that's the deal with the function. That's what you gotta keep in mind here is that a function, okay, every input can only have one output number. Okay, but you could have the same output number for two different inputs. It gets a little confusing when you think about it like that, or when you think about it, it just gets confusing, but that's the way it is. Now, the book also throws at you, I don't know how far to go with this. Take out a blank piece of paper. That's probably it for function.